What up, what up, what up? I'm Jake.
I'm Jim.
Welcome to Secret Hideout, place where we talk you can't bring to the dinner table.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. What up, researcher Enzo?
What up, guys?
Researcher Enzo here.
What up, what up?
As
Jim,
always, thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
Jim,
hell
give
yeah.
him that smoke.
Check us out on Secret Hideout Podcast on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe all the stuff. Give us comments, anything you'd like to hear. Put it in there. Follow us on Instagram at Secret Hideout 17. That's actually our Twitter, but you know, whatever. We're on there.
This episode is sponsored by Satan Water.
Satan Water.
It's not sponsored. We're not sponsored.
Nope.
I wouldn't be on the
Not
show
yet.
if we were.
Not yet.
Sponsored by Enzo tonight with the Liquid Death. So shout out Enzo for the Liquid Death.
Yeah.
Enzo has a liquid death problem.
Hell yeah, he does.
Well, especially because I had to run up in 7-Eleven to grab them, and they didn't have any cases, so I had to literally go and
freaked
grab
out.
like 10 of them out of the back, you know?
You're like, come on, dude, give me them.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
I asked the guy,
yeah.
he probably didn't even know what they were, but I was like, you got a case of this in the back?
He's like, I'll give you
No.
a quick little.
But I did tell him about the podcast, so
That
we
is
might have a
awesome.
new listener that works at 7-Eleven.
That's awesome. And I want to shout out Bread Guy because I know
Bread
you.
guy.
Bread Guy, we love you. You know you're there.
Yeah, we like the bread guy.
Yeah, don't kill Enzo.
Enzo don't know anything about bread guy.
Yeah, bro, don't.
Bread Guy's about it. But yeah.
Your ass go get smoked, Enzo.
Yeah, I don't.
Bread guy.
All right.
Shit though.
So hey,
We got a lot of stuff to talk about today though.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a bunch of shit. We got
we talk about the trial.
Rittenhouse. We got what else?
We got to
about
wrap.
About it. That's about it.
Yeah. I watched Arrival.
Arrival. I do want to talk about Enzo's take on Arrival.
Okay.
That's one of my favorites to sleep to. I straight up fall asleep every
You like
time I
that?
watch it. Yeah. It's got this Hans Zimmer score that they use in it.
The music was good.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's not Hans Zimmer didn't score it. Actually, the guy who scored it got fucked over because they used that Hans Zimmer piece. So he like couldn't win any awards or anything for it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a little dorky inside on the Arrival score. But that guy's stuff was cool too. It's like all the movements and the noises that like the aliens make.
Yeah, that was the best part, I
Hell
thought,
yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
We're gonna talk about current psyops going on.
All right.
We'll talk about another trial that's coming up. Yeah, so let's hop into it. The hot pop culture.
Hot pop culture.
I like that.
All right, that was
great.
That was hot.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
So Enzo,
Yeah.
you watched Arrival.
I did watch Arrival.
Okay, so
let's get into it.
just for the listener, if you haven't seen Arrival, go watch Arrival. All right, we're gonna do some spoilers today on Arrival.
For sure.
All right, so
Especially 'cause
spoiler alert.
I think it might spoil it for Enzo.
Spoiler
too.
alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yeah. So Enzo,
yeah.
what'd you think of Arrival?
I mean, okay, I liked a lot of it, but the part that I was kind of not into was kind of like the ending. I didn't really like the ending, to be honest with you, because I felt like I got the premise that when the aliens talk, when they teach us their language, that it's like we can see the future. But what I didn't understand was how she like had that conversation with the Chinese
She's
general.
not seeing the future, bro.
Okay.
Their time is not linear.
Okay.
And that's what their language is. Their language is basically you becoming nonlinear in time. Does that make sense at all? Like their language is time travel, or the absence of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they like.
So at
we
any
see
point-
it like a written sentence that has an end.
Okay.
That's our language, but their language.
Our language is linear.
Yes.
Yeah, theirs was
So
like-
our time is linear.
Okay.
So our time goes from here down the line to here.
Yeah.
Their language is circular, therefore their time is circular, which means that you can go in and out at any point
Okay.
you want.
Okay.
So that's how she's able. That's why the whole movie, she's actually moving through
time.
what you think are flashbacks aren't actually flashbacks.
It's like in the future.
Like, she's in that time.
And she's like...
It's in the future. It's in the past.
Because obviously what happens, like her daughter, they make it seem like in the beginning, her daughter happened prior to the events of this movie. But that was actually what was happening like in the future.
Yes.
She was seeing it.
But there is no future or past.
There is no future or past, yeah. That's what's kind of beautiful about it. Like, that's what's beautiful about her daughter. Like, her daughter died, right?
Yeah.
Her daughter dies, and it doesn't really matter because, like, she's always going to be there because time's no longer linear.
Yeah, okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. So tell me about the China man part.
I don't know. I can't
Can we say
I don't know.
Do I have to timestamp that? Hold on. What are you guys talking about? Like, who produced
Are you not allowed to say
stuff?
Chinaman?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can say, like...
Dude, Chinaman is not the preferred nomenclature.
You can say, like, American man, can't you?
American man. Hell
Yeah. Hell yeah, you can. It's rock and roll.
Sure.
Or like Englishman?
Englishman? Yeah.
Right?
Englishman, yeah.
That's not is that offensive?
Chinaman. Chinaman is off limits.
Chinaman, is that offensive? Whoa. Is that offensive? Is it considered offensive?
I think
nowadays probably.
I think if you include something with the railroads.
What?
And you say that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see why it would be
offensive. No, I don't think it is. It shouldn't
because he's talking about a man from China.
Yes. Who's he?
The general.
Oh yeah, I got you.
What about him?
I don't know. Like what? I don't understand that part. It's like when she goes to talk to him, he's like, "You called me. Here's my number." Like I didn't understand that part.
I can't think of.
He's like,
I know
"You
what you're
called
talking
me.
about.
Here's my number," and then
think
he's like, "And you told me what my wife's dying words were," and then he whispers it to her.
Because he figured it out too.
That's the part that confused me.
Yeah, he got it too.
Okay. Because they knew because the Chinese were also working with them.
Was he
and they were
Chinese
doing that
or Japanese?
No, he was Chinese.
Is he Chinese?
Yeah.
Okay.
Had to be. He was originally Korean.
Yeah, and
then they changed it because they weren't going to be able to sell
the China audience.
That's probably true.
Probably.
That is
oh yeah, dude,
true.
they make fucking like anytime there's like a shitty movie.
Yeah.
Like think of like Transformers, right? Transformer movies. Like they keep there's like what, like 6 of them, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, why do they keep making these? The reason they keep making them, even though they don't even do that well, like, or they might do well here, but even if they weren't doing well here, if they bombed here, they'll keep making them because they sell in fucking China
like crazy. Yeah.
Like our market doesn't even matter anymore. Like the American audience doesn't even matter anymore.
They have so many people,
to Hollywood. Because they're
like
appealing to China so hard. That's why every movie right now, there's always a scene in China.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. How was that Shang-Chi movie? Speaking of.
Well, are we done talking about
Arrival?
Arrival.
Okay. So the other thing was like, what about the scene where they go up in there and then it's like they were being sabotaged by the other soldiers, and so they like blew up Costello? Remember?
Yeah, kind of.
Like one of the aliens. Well, I don't know. That scene.
None of that shit matters.
I didn't like that scene.
At the end, they just disappeared.
Oh yeah, what about it?
Because they were there at one point.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know.
It's all time. Like the whole thing is manipulated time. The whole time you're watching.
It
so you got to watch it again. That's what happened.
Why did they disappear?
Done in the time order or like the time realm that the aliens think in.
Yeah.
Like the movie is shot in that sense too. Like it's pieced together from what beginning to end is never.
It's their nonlinear time.
Yeah.
That the movie is played in.
So they gave us this
gift.
So
watch. You got to watch it again. Yeah, they give us a gift because they need us.
They need us in 3,000 years.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Yeah. That's the spoiler.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that was a cool movie.
Yeah.
I just didn't understand it.
Watch it again. Yeah. Like not right now, but like
right now.
Like
right now.
In like a month or
something.
Cue it
up.
Get in the living room.
Watch it again. You'll be like, holy shit.
Yeah. But I
watched Shang-Chi.
What is that?
Right? Am I saying it right?
Is
it Shang-Chi?
This is a Chinese
It's another
propaganda
Chinese
podcast?
Marvel movie.
What's going on here? What's going? Do I need to fly the flag? I put it up.
Shang-Chi. And the Legend of the Ten Rings. Bring it up on the screen, Enzo.
All right, let's do this.
Go to the IMDb. Don't
do Wikipedia.
Yeah, always use IMDb for movie stuff.
Wikipedia is too wordy and weird.
Well, it's too liberal. So,
IMDb is run by Americans, and
yeah,
I don't know if that's true.
Your internet's just taking a minute here.
Oh shit!
I don't know if it got
Anyways,
but
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is the latest Marvel. Well, there's one more. There's one out right now in theaters called The Eternals, but it's the second latest Disney Marvel movie.
So how was it?
And it's about a Chinese man. I think he's Chinese. Yeah, I think they're Chinese in there.
He is.
Okay.
Which just goes with exactly what you were saying about Hollywood.
Yeah, but at the same time, this is a comic, so it's not like they just created this character.
No.
But yeah, he's basically like the son of this. I don't know. I don't even feel like the movie sucked, dude. I don't feel like explaining it. It's fucking stupid.
It's bad.
It's really fucking stupid, and it's like really fucking stupid. And what got me was I was kind of excited for it because the trailers look kind of cool, look like some good martial arts, right? Like the trailer that Jim's playing right now. Like I was like, oh, this looks kind of dope, like some dope fighting in it. And when I watched it, I was like, oh my god, this is so bad. And I went to IMDb to check out the reviews because I like to do that. I like to watch a movie, like kind of come up with my own review of it, and then go and see if other people think like me, you know?
Yeah, okay.
On it. And I was shocked when I went to the reviews.
They were all positive?
Because it got like a 7.8 or some shit, dude, which is pretty high. It's a pretty high.
Is it high for a Marvel movie, though?
It's pretty high for like a solo high Marvel movie as well, I think. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I feel like
I don't really fuck with the solo movies that much.
Do you do Rotten Tomatoes when you're looking at it?
I don't ever use Rotten Tomatoes.
What do you use for the
IMDb?
Okay.
But yeah, it had like a fucking 7.8 or something. I was like, what the fuck? And so I started reading the reviews, and it's just like all like 5-star, 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 5-star. Like this movie was awesome and great. And I was like, what is this? Like, how can people? It made me depressed. Like reading the reviews, because it's like, this is where we are in society. Like this is what people.
This is the level of art we're at.
Yeah, like this is what people are considering good, and that's bullshit. Like that's bull. Like we shouldn't be putting up with this.
We've regressed culturally.
Like as I was watching it, I was like, man, like superhero movies are like so played out now.
Yeah,
you know, it's like I feel like they had their time, and the ones that were done. Like, you know, like we have our Zack Snyder's fucking uncut Justice League, like epic, boom. We have our Avengers Endgame, fucking, you know, epic.
Yeah.
There. And it's like, this movie made me feel, and I never thought about it like that. I'm saying on the Marvel side, mainly, because this movie made me feel like, damn, like, this is just, there's nothing new. There's nothing new in it. It was so cliche. It was fucking over the top comedy zingers in there, you know.
They just stuck to the formula, you know?
Stuck to the fucking formula.
Yeah.
There's like a fucking dragon battle at the end, like a CGI fuck fest.
CGI looked like trash.
It just looked like CGI. Like it looked like two fucking computer dragons battling for way too long.
What's that? The other guy that's coming out right now. The guy that shoots Hawkeye. Have you seen the previews for that?
I haven't. I'm not really excited.
The new Captain America? Are you talking
terrible.
about?
The CGI looks so fucking bad. It's just like they're just like they know that they made their buck on it, and now it's just like they're just like cranking them out. Just this is pop, you know, pop. Movie,
movie. We just stick to the formula, and we're gonna make a lot of money.
Doesn't
People will go
matter what
see
it
it.
looks like.
It's got the Marvel name.
Fuck all that shit.
Yeah, man. It was just
they already ended. They killed it with Infinity Wars and End Games, and that and a couple of those Spider-Man movies were good too. But
I don't know. I'm not even like I'm kind of excited for the new Spider-Man.
I think they're gonna ruin it.
What about Venom?
Because I fucking hate Venom.
You hated it?
I fucking hate Venom, dude.
It was terrible.
I fucking hate it.
I never saw it either.
It's so bad.
I like Tom Hardy too, and I didn't want to ruin Tom Hardy.
It's just so I don't know. Like
what about this new one?
What new one?
Do you know anything about it? This
What,
Let There Be Carnage?
Like, it looks even dumber. Like you got two fucking dope ass characters that you're just ruining. Like I fucking love Carnage. Like I remember I read a novelized book of Spider-Man, right? Like when I was like in like 6th grade. It was Carnage in New York, Spider-Man Carnage in New York. And it wasn't like a graphic, it wasn't like a comic. It was an actual book, Mm-hmm. And it was about Carnage getting loose, and like it had him like really fucked up. Like he goes to a party. He goes to like some party that's going on in New York, like a New York apartment. And he just shows up there and fucking like cuts everyone's head off.
Yeah.
And fucking nails them to the wall, all their heads to the wall, and like leaves a note for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like that's like what Carnage is.
They need that dude that's doing the Riddler. Like Dano or something to play out.
No, I mean, well...
Do you know what I mean?
Who's playing him?
Do.
Woody Harrelson?
Woody Harrelson, I don't know what his portrayal is going to be like. To me, he's a little too old, I think, in my own personal view. But, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know how old Venom is.
Woody Harrelson might kill that.
Or Carnage is.
He's a great actor.
I'm not saying Woody Harrelson would be a bad choice for. I just don't think they're going. Like, I know they're not going to do what I think should be done. I could be wrong.
Just because of what you already saw in the first one, right?
Yeah, but it's.
I didn't know Woody Harrelson was in it. That kind of changes my mind on.
Like it's too okay. Like I think that's not even the problem with it. Like,
but is it about to ruin Woody Harrelson and? Tom
I don't know
Hardy?
because I haven't seen it, so I don't know how they make Carnage in this. I don't. I think what's turning me off to it is like all the symbiote. Like there's other symbiotes in it and everything. They're turning it into like the symbiote universe, and I just personally don't like that. Like
I got you.
Like I want my Venom and my Carnage against Spider-Man.
Okay.
I don't care about the because
you don't care about their squabbles,
universe.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's detached from Spider-Man throws me off.
Yeah, I get that.
So, but then, so anyways, this Shang-Chi thing fucking blew.
I love when you do movie reviews that you don't like. It's like one of my favorite things on this podcast. You're just like, let me tell you about this movie. You're like, then you're just like, fucking don't watch it. Just don't watch it. It's trash.
It's good though, man. I think
ruined my 2 hours of my life.
It was like a waste of time. Like Melissa was like playing video games or some shit, and like I was watching that, and like
isn't that a bitch?
Like halfway through
what do you mean?
When you like waste the time.
Yeah, like when it was towards the end, like I was just like I already knew what was gonna happen. Like it was like there was like probably like a half hour left, and I was like, okay, this is what's gonna happen, and I was like, I just wasted so much time watching this.
Yeah,
that's how I felt about it.
Well, I mean,
if you disagree with me, well, fuck you. Like you're wrong. Just tell you, like you're wrong. Like the movie's trash.
It's like
probably voted for Joe Biden.
Yeah, you probably a fucking liberal, and you're like, oh my god, because that was another thing about all the comments. Everyone's like, oh my god, they blended Chinese culture, like bringing in Asian.
They got everyone race obsessed.
Super
it's
obsessed,
obsession,
dude.
man.
Like, that's
it's
what all the comments were about. Where it was like about how like finally a movie with all Asians and stuff, and it's like, what are you talking like? Like you never watched like Crouching Tiger and shit like that, or like what was it, 1,000 Daggers or
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
No, the other one though. It was like the Dagger one.
I can't.
By the same people that did.
Like
like those movies are just like fucking like old like kung fu movies and shit like that. Like no, motherfucker, like this shit's been going around for a long time. Like you're just racist now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just fucking
that's like
racist
all you see
now.
All you see
and
is
so
race.
yeah.
100%.
That's the thing,
those
though.
movies
It's like,
always been cool. It just didn't matter. It used to just not matter that they were fucking Chinese or Japanese or Asian.
they were either good or they weren't good.
It was just like a cool ass movie if it was cool.
Yeah,
you
if
know?
it was a good movie, it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have to.
Fucking Jackie Chan, bro, like Rumble in the Bronx and
Bruce
shit.
Lee.
All of his fucking movies.
Yeah.
Like, who wasn't watching that shit? Like, no one was like, oh my god, like, look, there's Asians on the screen.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, no, it's just like, oh, this movie's dope.
They did that stupid that rom-com too. The
Rich Crazy Asians. Or
Rich Crazy Asians.
Oh, I never heard of
And
it.
it's just like everyone, the reviews on it were crazy. Everyone's like, it's so good, and I watched it, and it's just like it's not that good. And everyone's just talking about the fact that it's just all Asian cast. And it's like, well, okay, the movie wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't even know, like, honestly, like, when I was watching this movie, and I don't know, maybe it's because I liked that kind of shit growing up, like, Asian type shit, and, like,
Same.
I mean, I know that, like, that's what The Matrix was influenced off of and everything, like, how so much shit's influenced off of, like, Asian cinema and shit like that, you know? So, like, when I was watching it, never at a point was I like, look at these Asian people.
thriving.
Yeah.
Like, nowhere in there was I like Asians. You know, like
Yeah.
they weren't Asians. They were just
It
fucking
just is
people
what it is, yeah.
on screen. You know, and it just the movie just sucked though. Like it was just stupid.
So now you don't like the whole Asian community?
Is that what you're saying? Bro, you know what you got to watch is
Yeah, I'm never watching one again.
you got to watch that 13 Assassins movie I told you about. You probably didn't see that thing, but it's dope, dude. It's a
So the Asian movie?
It's Japanese.
Are they thriving in it? Oh, they're Japanese. Are
It's
they
dope.
thriving in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're thriving.
Maybe I'll watch it then
That's good, yeah.
and write a good review, whether I like it or not.
Just talk about how they're Asian people in it. That's it. The whole time.
How that's great. 10 stars.
Yeah, the social justice and all that has to stop. It's gotten too much. It's too much now.
Yeah, Disney. I mean, I expect that shit from Disney too, but it's like, I don't know. I didn't really see like the woke. I'm sure it was in there. Maybe I just like avoid it now. But
You can't avoid it.
I'm sure the wokeness is in that movie, but it was just such garbage that like.
Yeah.
I
Comparable garbage to Mortal Kombat.
very much like it.
Okay. That's what I'm envisioning.
Like that
That's
kind.
sad, yeah.
That's I was getting
Shit's
like
sad.
Mortal Kombat. And here's the thing: is
They
like
fucked
the
that up,
fight scenes in it
we
were
can't do an hour on Mortal Kombat.
the fight scenes on Shang-Chi were fucking sweet. Like
Okay.
they had really good fight choreography.
Yeah.
Choreography.
Yeah.
But it just it was just a story. Like the story was garbage and the effects were garbage. And I don't know. I hope that it's like I'm excited for Batman.
Oh, it's fucking looks
I'm
so good.
I'm
Is
super.
that the next one? The next like big one that's gonna come out?
Did you
No, I mean it's got a minute still.
March
Yeah.
4th.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it'll be
That's
here.
not bad.
Yeah.
Marvel's got another one coming out with the actual vampire that's
From Blade.
Morbius.
Yeah.
Really?
Morbius.
Yeah. Right?
And it's the dude from no, it's what's his name? Pretty Boy. Joker?
Joker.
I can't think of his name right
Oh,
now.
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. It's
Yeah.
Jared Leto. And he's playing a vampire, which is funny because he might actually be a vampire.
In real life.
In real life. Okay. Like he drinks blood for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of them drink
A lot of
blood.
them are doing that shit.
Doesn't
Yeah.
age,
Yeah.
Like he's aging very slowly.
That's what that adrenochrome will do.
So we'll see how that is. That's supposed to be like a darker Marvel movie. They're
That's
supposed
our
to be
researcher
making Blade again. Yeah, fucking researcher.
getting us canceled. But isn't that attached to the Blade saga? That character?
I think so. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not sure.
I heard he's in the first movie even, but just a small role.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I mean, I never got into like the Blade comics.
that might be good.
Like Morbius, I knew who he was, but I never read a comic with him in it. I don't think I've ever seen a cartoon with him in it, like when I was young. I just knew who he was because I used to collect like Marvel cards.
yeah.
Did I ever show you those?
No, it's pretty gay.
Okay. All right. Way to be offensive, Jim.
My bad.
Okay.
Me getting us canceled.
That's true. That's probably true. I don't think that. I think you can say that.
I'm just messing.
You can't say that.
That's gay?
Yeah.
I say it still.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Me
still
too.
saying it.
But yeah, I used to collect like Marvel cards and shit. You know, people collect like sports cards and shit. I collect like comic cards.
Actually, this movie looks cool. I'm actually interested in this one, this Morbius one. I'm into vampires and
Yeah, this could be like
that.
Disney, Marvel, vampire, you know.
Yeah.
Which was like something. Okay, so this came out. There was something. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this. So if you're a listener, help me out. Like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't. Like I don't know exactly what I'm talking about. At some point in comics, they outlawed like the use of like vampires and like the undead or something like that.
Why is that?
Like they just outlawed it in comics. Like vampires and certain things that you weren't allowed to
Like
write
unwritten?
No,
unwritten law?
no, like they weren't allowed to write about that in the studios.
Okay.
Like you weren't allowed to use zombies or something like that. And then
No occult or undead.
like when Morbius came out, it was like a loophole how they did it. Like he's
because he
okay.
has, yeah,
So he's not dead. He's like the undead.
yeah, he has
Okay.
a rare blood disease.
Like you weren't allowed to have like zombies and shit like that. Like dead people.
Oh, okay.
And so he was like a loophole because like he's like the undead, but he's alive.
Yeah, it says right
sense.
here on his thing, biochemist Michael Morbius tries to cure himself of a rare blood disease, but he inadvertently infects himself with a form of vampirism. So you're right, he's not dead.
I'm right in a way. I'm on like the cusp of getting what I'm trying to say, but it's not.
Does he
I'm not
take
saying
an
it right.
experimental vaccine to become this? Does he?
What do you mean?
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, you did. You said it. I mean,
No, I'm just saying like in the world of comic books, the reason like why when he was created, like it was a loophole to get away from the rules they were implied by use. Like they were able to make this dark character
without
breaking the rules.
What about is that one movie series? Is this a comic book as well? Underworld?
No,
No.
not that I know of.
Yeah.
The vampire werewolf
Yeah,
show. You like those? They're alright.
they're kind of cheesy.
They're okay though.
Yeah.
They're like entertaining.
Dude, I want to talk more about the Batman, dude.
Let's talk about it.
Because I just
Yeah.
read some stuff about it.
What did you read?
I read that it's maybe taking place in the Joker universe.
Okay.
There's like a hospital name that is the same place that the Joker went to in the Joker universe.
Okay.
And so they might be pulling from that place, and that might be the direction of where that whole universe is going. And it looks like it too. It's similar because they took like
I think
the
this
Joker,
takes place in like '94, if I'm not mistaken.
and it's like the '90s style movie that they shot the Joker like a fucking
Well, that was like '70s.
or '70s, yeah, Taxi Driver or whatever. But still, that guy Scorsese. It felt like a Scorsese movie,
Yeah.
and this one feels like.
I mean, it pretty much was a Scorsese
Yeah.
movie. Like that's what it was.
And
Like
this
it
one
was like
feels
the
like a
comedian
Fincher,
or the
right?
comedian. Like it was Taxi Driver. And it was the comedian. Like just with Joker in it.
I could never watch a Taxi Driver, but
Yeah.
Why not?
it's
Slow burn.
Slow. It's really slow.
So it's
But-
a Joker.
Yes.
You know,
The Joker's like my Taxi. It's like why I can't listen to the Beatles. Like I get it. Like the Beatles they're awesome, but
I think I talked about that before. How like I really liked the Joker, but now like I don't.
now you don't like the Joker,
Yeah, like
Why not?
the Joker movie.
the Joaquin Phoenix movie.
Because it's boring.
In what I never saw it, but that's interesting.
In the same way Jim doesn't like Taxi Driver.
Yeah,
There's no action in it.
It's just like
but it's awesome. It's an awesome base for a universe.
it's a good movie. It's just like it's boring.
It doesn't
like I don't want to rewatch it. Like when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh man, that's fucking awesome," and it was fucking awesome. But then like, I never wanted to like rewatch it.
I feel that.
You know.
But the Batman takes place.
And I
in that
didn't really
universe.
like his Joker that much.
Well, I mean, who can stand up to Heath Ledger? Let's be honest.
Like I always like I feel like there needs to be a
job.
there needs to be a
He did?
second.
I think so.
Because you don't really see the Joker.
No,
And the only time you see the Joker is on the show, and he's like the accent he chooses on it when he's talking, he's kind of talking like this. Well, it felt like it just, I don't know, it didn't feel real Joker to me at all. Felt like Joaquin Phoenix being weird. But like I wouldn't mind it if there was like a second Joker where that's just like where he does different things too, and that's just like something he does every now and then.
That's how I saw it. Like,
you see it like that.
Him being his definite Joker. Like it's obviously the birth. I mean, that's where it's like, that's why it's kind of uncharacteristic and still has like a. I don't think they're gonna build off that either. I think that they're just might build a universe within that.
Yeah.
Like that, it's just that the style of the film. I mean, it feels like a '90s movie.
Yeah, it should. That's how like
a good '90s movie.
And then that's what this feels like. This feels like that felt like a '70s movie. This feels like feels like the '90s movie.
I feel like the '90s took from that '70s era, and that's why they made good movies. Because they did it, but they did it with like a faster burn.
No, because like what the '90s did is like this is obviously taking off of Seven, which came out what 95, 96,
early '90s.
And it's like they were like darker and grittier.
Yes.
In the '90s,
Yes.
And so that's what.
But they were all influenced off of Scorsese and shit.
Which would make sense of that.
You guys know all this shit.
The Joker being related to this would make sense because if that's what they're doing is like, all right, Joker took place in the 70s or the early 80s, and then that's what it looked like on film, and then this is taking place in the 90s, and that's what it looks like. So it should be where they're going with their universe. That'd be cool.
Yes.
Do we all like it just because we loved the 90s growing up, or what? I mean, is that like just...
No, they made better movies.
Yeah, they made better movies.
Yeah. Well, did they, though? I remember the Batmans back then, like
the
one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, that was garbage.
I mean, the Tim Burton ones are fun, and they're really unique. Tim Burton ones
motherfucker, you didn't think the Batman movies were garbage when you saw them?
Back then, I thought that one was. The one with Arnold.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that
one was garbage.
It was garbage.
Yeah.
But going to like the actual 90s
Schumacher
one,
fucked that up. But
with,
even
Val Kilmer was the one I liked.
Even Batman Forever is good.
Batman Forever, that's one I like.
Because it's got Val Kilmer in it.
But you watch it now and it's trash.
For sure.
Yeah, but not in the same way as
it
that
is.
One. You think so?
It is. It's the same way. It's just not as
bad.
Trash. Yeah.
Okay.
I think this one's going to be maybe the best Batman. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I think this is going to be the best Batman. I like Paul Daniel, whatever his name is. Dano.
Yeah.
That guy kills always. He crushes. And I think he's going to crush this role. And it's perfect. Like, it's a perfect...
what role is he playing?
The Riddler.
Oh, I was surprised that it's not in the top 3 stars.
Who they made look like... He looks like the Zodiac Killer.
Yes. They're pulling a lot.
Ted Cruz?
And Fincher did the Zodiac movie.
Yeah.
And
Seven.
you know? So
you never heard that before?
What?
That they call Ted Cruz the Zodiac Killer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did hear about it. I have some wild conspiracies too that they're super wild. I don't know anything about them, but like the more I'm watching, because I'm sure we're going to get into the Rittenhouse thing, the more I'm just like, I think that this is all fucking set up.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Yeah. Do you feel that way?
Are we going to talk about Batman?
Or I don't know. But I'm just saying, do you feel that way?
Yeah, I feel like this is all... It's all the show.
I think so.
In terms of
I guess we're talking about...
Jim Brewer said it.
Going into current
events. We'll tighten up these sound effects.
Rittenhouse, as we all know, was found not guilty. Which is awesome.
Oh yeah,
we all wanted that.
We didn't even talk about the verdict.
Well, yeah, because
it
didn't happen until.
So that happened, yeah. But I do think.
But what you're starting to see now is it's starting to go, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Right? Because he goes free. We get the whole left screaming, white supremacy, this is outrageous, justice, justice is dead, white supremacy. And then like a few days later, we get a black so-called Democrat who hates white people driving into a Christmas parade, killing 5 people, injuring like 50, right? Including kids and shit. Show me
a plane, dog. That's all I gotta say about that.
Right after.
And show you a what?
It's just it's like they want us fighting. We have Kyle getting off and everyone's screaming white supremacy. Now we have this guy plows into a parade,
It was
and now everyone on the other side saying, "Oh, that's a black supremacist."
Yeah,
it's like keeping us like right after this,
divide and conquer.
Right after they're keeping us divided.
I've seen some wacky shit too, and if you look into like Kyle Rittenhouse and stuff, there's some wacky shit with the judge and wacky shit.
Really?
You know who went off on it? Owen Benjamin.
I'm sure he did.
What?
He knows. Yeah, he knows. I want to check that out because I haven't heard that. But
interesting. I've never heard anything about this stuff yet.
Yeah, there's some
like, dude. He pointed out. Owen Benjamin pointed out this one
stuff.
Owen Benjamin pointed this out, and it's fucking crazy. Look it up, Enzo. Type in Kyle Rittenhouse cleaning graffiti. We will wait for Enzo to bring this up, and then find. Oh, okay. Now click on one of those pictures. No, go to the one that. Nope. Right to left. Right that. Click that one. So, can we make it bigger? How do we make that shit bigger?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
The New York Post just hijacking it.
It didn't work that well.
It was like, hey, we're taking that.
Okay. So if you notice in this picture, Kyle is the only one turned.
I thought that was funny when I immediately saw that picture.
Yeah, that's true.
He's the only one facing the camera.
So you think it's set up?
Can you click this one, though?
What is this? Is this full screen here?
Yeah.
Nope, that's not what that is.
Then they have an interview. You find an interview of him. There's an interview of him that day, early on, where he's talking about he has his gun and how he's there to clean up, and that he shows that he has his medical pack with him, right?
Yeah.
There's an interview. I don't know who's giving the interview, but he's getting interviewed.
There we go, John.
Right? He's getting fucking interviewed.
And that bothers you because it's kind of like
what are the odds that like he's the one, he's getting interviewed, he's getting pictured here, like out of all the people that were there that night? Like, I don't know. It is weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
But then the whole, because I mean, like, if we take away any conspiracy of it, like, obviously, like, yes, the case was self-defense. Like, that's what it was. It's obvious that it was self-defense.
It's almost too open and shut. For how much of a big deal they made it.
But you're saying because like it kind of seems like it was a not false flag, but like.
No, like
I'm saying that,
like maybe. False flag.
You think so?
And if
how about this?
And then the fact that the FBI, we got all the FBI footage now. And
how
shit,
about this
like,
though? Both people.
As soon as that dropped in court, I was like, why do the feds have a drone right there?
Yeah.
Like, why do the feds have a drone right there
on that incident?
Well, think about this. You know that.
Out of all the chaos going on, they zone in. I'm sorry, Enzo.
No, you're good.
They zone in on the fucking. That incident of him getting chased.
I know.
Like one guy getting chased. I'm sure a lot of people were getting chased.
Yeah. And there's
from both sides.
Dude, if you did rabbit hole it, I think everyone should because it's obvious almost. Like I was seeing it on like when I was watching, I was like, hold on, I think that this is one of those things. I think that they're getting us right now. I think that this is a psyop. I think
you think so?
I think so, man. It's almost the writing's on the wall. Like,
The thing is, like, okay, here's one detail that I heard. Okay, both one of the victims that Kyle Rittenhouse ended up killing and the recent guy who ran over those people, both of those people were let out on like cash bail the day of these events. Like this guy who drove over all those people, he was let out on,
and they're both child rapists.
Yeah, exactly. And they just happened to like be let out on cash bail, even though they had priors. Like the guy who ran over people, he had a previous offense of trying to run over a woman already, and they let him out on like no bail.
Yeah,
like the day of.
And this shit, and the thing is, like, this shit's been happening forever. Like, this all goes into even like what we were talking about, the Zodiac killer and shit like that. Like the CIA and the FBI and the feds have been like infiltrating groups.
This goes back to like
forever.
This goes back to the Berkowitz documentary that we fucking unlocked on here.
One of the deep episodes. Go back in there and look for it. It's on there. Probably
not
12.
Too deep.
12?
We're in here.
We're in here?
Yeah.
Okay. After 25.
So yeah, did you ever watch that?
No, I don't know what it is.
That you should watch is the Sons of Sam documentary on Netflix. Do you know who the Son of Sam is?
It's a serial killer.
A serial killer, yeah. So basically, what this documentary is about is this guy investigative journalist who basically comes up with the idea that it wasn't just one guy that was killing all those people in New York. It was an organization, like a Satanist cult.
Yeah.
That was doing all the killings, and that they're connected. They're a branch. It's like what we talk about. They're a branch of an even bigger cult.
Yeah.
Okay, and that these cults are organized. All the bad shit that happens is organized and created. And then you would bring the alphabet agencies would be involved with it too. And that's what this feels like. Because like I said, man, the driver thing, like happening right after, like, man, like that's just too.
Have you seen like the little predictive programming that had happened in South Park like 2 days before it?
No.
Like there's like a scene in a South Park trailer of like a maroon SUV like running through a crowd. It's in this like quick trailer.
It's devil worship, dude. They fucking did it on a Christmas parade. They went after like the young
Secret
kids,
Hideout.
bro.
We don't see a coincidence.
We don't see any coincidence. Yeah.
No, it's best
in Wisconsin, right after the trial.
It's all like I don't know, man. I feel
it's hard not to get sucked into this shit either, because like entertainment's entertainment, right? I mean, that's why they do this for us, right? They put it on as entertainment. Like this trial had was live streaming all fucking day as it was going on. It had fucking hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people watching it at any given time, right? And like, because it is entertaining, we like that kind of shit. Like we're human. We're all humans. We like fucking, dramas and fucking true crime stories and shit like that. But the trial that's coming up on the 29th, which is like a huge trial because it's about sex trafficking organization.
Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah. Coming up.
Yeah.
They're not going to have any cameras on that.
Dude, yeah, it's probably...
There's not going to be any cameras on that.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to watch that one. Why aren't we allowed to watch that one? People say, oh, it's in federal court. Like, okay.
Did you see this shit?
Because...
Why haven't we seen...
Are you kidding
Bring
me?
that up on the big screen.
I'm wondering if I can because it's off someone's personal.
What the...
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I could probably do something about that in post. I'll pull it up.
Man, it's like real life True Detective season 1.
100%.
I mean, that is just the best depiction.
That's funny you said
that ever can happen.
That's exactly what I was thinking this whole time.
If you like that, watch the Son of Sam
100%
documentary, because it's that real world.
It's just...
There's a book called Chaos too that's about the FBI. Charles Manson was a handler for the FBI, and it breaks down that whole thing. It's just the same deal as Son of Sam's.
Dude, I even heard.
Book.
Do you guys even know even MLK was a CIA asset and stuff like that?
I'm sure of it. It doesn't surprise me at all.
It just
Malcolm X, I'm sure was, and it was all made to create division.
Like our whole world is fucking
everyone's mind is so warped because
so
no one knows what truth is anymore. Yeah,
it's a movie being played out. And these are the variables that are thrown in to keep us.
You have to unsolve it, and
be moving and keep the action going. Fucking video game we're in.
And it's all set up perfect that if you even question it, you're immediately labeled a lunatic. So if you're questioning all this stuff, you're just labeled a lunatic. That's it.
That's it, dude.
That's it.
That's it.
But that's why the more people that talk about it, the better. And really, the purpose of I think this podcast a lot is to just talk about this shit, because we all got into this shit because of 9/11 and shit that woke you up, and that shit's now just
seeing
happening.
The world not making sense.
Yeah,
Zeitgeist, the documentary, that was another one for me that really just blew it.
Oh
up.
yeah,
Zeitgeist for sure.
Yeah,
Loose Change and Zeitgeist.
Yeah, those were definitely I think that opened a lot of minds.
I remember I tried to get my dad to watch Loose Change, and he got pissed off.
Yeah, dude, that was the beginning of cancel culture. Probably
this shit worked. This shit worked for sure.
Yeah,
he's like, there can't be. America couldn't do that.
Yeah, dude.
No, dude.
Yeah, America couldn't do that.
Yeah. We're in the belly of the beast.
You're right. America wouldn't do that. The people of America wouldn't do that.
No.
But it's not America that's running the show.
Exactly.
It's not a country running the show. It's
the communists.
Something we don't know, bro.
Right?
Well, I was going to say,
they had to have. That's why it's slowly moving into this communist.
Otherwise,
state.
we wouldn't be doing that if they weren't. We wouldn't be moving towards that if they weren't.
Pretty soon we won't be able to do this because we're talking about it. So what does that mean?
This is gonna get us all put against the wall in fucking 5 years, bro. The three of us.
I don't know, man. Yuri Bezmenov says that the first ones that get put up against the wall are the hardcore leftists because they know too much, the Marxists. Yuri Bezmenov is a Russian spy that he defected from Soviet Union.
Yeah. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah,
he's the one
was
that
in
talks
Europa,
about. He talks about the three how it takes 3 generations to brainwash a society.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 3 stages of subversion.
You infiltrate the colleges.
Yes.
Yep.
And after 3 generations, that's where we're at now.
Yeah.
We're at that end game. But he did say that it's the extreme leftists, but I'm sure that the people like us are thrown in there with them.
I don't know. We're producers. We're workers.
But it makes sense. The extreme leftists will get put on the wall because
they think they're going for utopia.
Because they know that those are the people they use as their foot soldiers, right? They use them on the ground and they do all their dirty work for them. They burn down towns and fucking attack people and fucking stand up to the police and shit like that. So they know that once these people figure out that we're not doing what they want, what they think we're going to be doing, right? These people are capable of doing that to us.
Exactly.
Going against us and fighting us and burning down our shit. So we gotta, use them and then get rid of them.
They're the first ones that go. The good little taxpayer worker bee that
the infantry
works 40 hours a week and isn't disturbing anything. That guy is what they want.
Yes.
Yeah.
And eventually we do it long enough until they're like, "You want to make content for us?" And we're like, "Yeah, yeah, for sure."
Yeah.
No, they're gonna come up to you and they're gonna say, "Hey, you're gonna talk about this in your video." And the next week we're gonna have a Pfizer sponsorship.
And we're just like,
they're like, "Here you go. Here's a liquid death." I said, "All right,
okay." Yeah, shit.
Oh man,
it's too funny.
But we got off on that Kyle Rittenhouse a little bit right there.
Yeah, I mean it's we always said we were all in on the trial and and we're all about Kyle Rittenhouse when it went down but now that in hindsight the way we talked about it when it first happened, if you go back way back, like right after it happened, we did an episode and like we were talking about how tactical and how fucking like almost how epic it was.
He looked trained.
Like he does. Yeah,
so?
he looks.
Yeah.
He looks trained, and we talked about that when it happened, about how badass it was because of how smooth he was able to shoot these people, like in a way. It just looked, for a 17-year-old, it was like holy shit,
without causing like this damage.
For a 17-year-old,
like it wasn't a kid going on a shooting spree. And it shows that, like, he had composure and fucking.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure if you tap into those people too, like the ones that do mass shootings and stuff, there has to be like CIA and FBI
training
to
and
those
stuff like
people.
that. Because how the hell else do they know how to do that stuff?
Yeah,
remember that guy in Denver who shut up the grocery store?
Yeah, I was thinking the movie theater,
or that one. I don't know.
But yeah, so we were all in on it and stuff and about it, but we always say you always got to keep one foot in, one foot out on the show.
And dude, once I started seeing like the right, like really like do this, like paint this picture of this like false god out of them, like I was like, oh shit. I was like, I think this shit's fucking. This smells bad.
Yeah,
like,
the left has their George Floyd.
Yeah.
And the right, this is the right. But the thing
that
is,
we shit on for them treating like Christ and a false idol and everything. But now we got the right's got fucking this Rittenhouse, dude.
Yeah.
You think really? You really think that's how it is?
I
don't know, because my thing is this: like, if that trial would have went bad,
one foot in, one foot out.
But if that trial would have went bad, that would have set a terrible, terrible precedent.
But it didn't go bad.
It didn't go bad. But if it would have went bad, like if he would have got charged for that, then.
Yeah, but it didn't go bad, and it's still it.
Like, that's all I'm saying is like
it. No, like it didn't go bad because it did go bad because he walked. Okay, so it went bad for the left. That's what everybody was worried about, was what's the left gonna do if he walks? Are they gonna burn down the city? You know.
I was worried more from the standpoint like if he would have got charged, then it would have set the precedent for any time someone goes to defend themselves against the mob of like leftists. For example, like if he would have got charged and then like later on there was another Antifa rally.
You're saying it would shut down like self-defense.
Yeah, like that would have been bad, man.
That's because Trump's still president.
No, I think it was. I think it's for the divide and conquer thing. Like, yes. I get what you're saying, but I think they're in there. There's somewhere in that plan. They're like, they looked at it and they're like, okay, like it will be better if we just keep them going divided. Keep them divided. Like that works better than trying to take away their rights. Like, we're not there yet.
Don't you think that it would have kept us divided if he would have gotten charged, though? I guarantee you conservatives would have raised hell. At least, like, online.
Yeah, but is that as entertaining? And if you're some evil mastermind like running this world and you're making a movie, which one do you do? What do? You keep the story going, bro.
Yeah, you
got to keep the story going.
It's crazy.
You let him walk. Hey, he walked. Yeah, you guys got victory. Now, here we go. Now we got a black supremacist who just happens to be
let out of jail. Like the day before.
Happened to let out of jail, is a child rapist, is an open openly hates white people.
Yeah.
You know? Like, whoa.
Yeah.
So whoa.
I thought so too. There's a lot of things, man. The trial, everything. The whole thing just kind of
it's interesting.
The way the prosecutor
I think any big trial like that always looks sketchy.
Yeah, I think so. But even like Kyle's like demeanor and his, I don't know.
What were you gonna say about the prosecutor?
Oh, how about the Lynn Wood shit too? The Tucker Carlson interview.
Yeah,
what's going on with that?
I just watched that today.
So
it was weird. It felt weird. It felt like I was like, this is set up or something. Like I don't know. It's
just funny because they, Lynn Wood is one of the attorneys that's going hard about like the election was stolen and was rigged and everything like that. And he's painted out to be this crazy person.
They say he's a grifter.
but he's like a good ass. He wins a lot of fucking lawsuits and shit, you know. But he was. It's just weird that he was Rittenhouse's lawyer at first, right? And now on this interview, Rittenhouse fucking shits on him. He's like, yeah, he was stealing money or not listening to me and kept keeping me in jail. Like he's like shitting on him, his name, you know. And it's this guy who's like, and like, yeah, he says a lot of batshit crazy stuff, but like Lin Wood's pretty much about like, yo, like we all need God, and like God needs to be
Front
we
and
need gods
center.
in our like this is all about God and shit now, and like this is what's happening. They're stealing this from us, and all this bad shit's going. He's kind of like into like Q stuff type deal, shit, you know. He's like this. They're killing kids and saying all this like quote unquote crazy shit, you know. And now they have the biggest face in the world right now shitting on him.
Yes. And openly
supporting
saying he supports Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like he didn't even like.
To be fair on that,
he didn't hit it with like the sly, like, you know, I support the cause and the motives behind it, or like he was like, I support the Black Lives Matter movement. I was like,
okay,
all right, you working for the feds? You a fed?
Well, okay. So to be fair on that, if I was his lawyer, I would tell him to say shit like
100%,
because
there is that too.
I want to be getting that fucking
lawsuit
million money. You know, like
he's about to get caked up.
Get caked up. So I'd be like, you're gonna go in there and you're gonna talk about Black Lives Matters, how you fucking love it. All right.
Maybe he'll run for political office one day.
For sure. He's going to join the frat somewhere.
Yeah.
Leave his friends.
So what is he? Is he
what?
I'm just looking at the thing that's on the screen. It's been on the screen for the last.
So that is like, no, it's not on the screen.
Oh, okay.
But there's like in that little scroll that we were looking at on Instagram, there's like the quick Masonic like symbolism that happened in it, and
the hidden hand,
the judge's ties to he's like a Mason, which a lot of judges are. I mean, that's what it's made up of, and lawyers.
Are they?
And
yeah, okay,
for sure. But and possibly some Sandy Hook connections.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You guys, what can we believe in this world? Honestly,
I'm a big one. On the
I don't know if you can say.
Hoax.
I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe go for it. I don't know if you can.
Oh gosh.
I think that those words might just be like algorithmically like designed to shut you off.
Yeah.
Power might go off in the house here in a second.
That's why we we're a secret hideout place where you talk
that you can't bring to the dinner table.
Jake brought Sandy Hook to the dinner table.
I brought it up at Jim's house one night when we were having dinner. This family.
What did they think?
I got kicked out.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yes.
Who was most pissed off first?
Like a huge fight blew up, and then I got kicked out. I had to leave.
Damn. Yeah.
Probably
it's not easy.
My mom.
Your mom.
Yeah.
It's not easy, man. I know.
Hey, but now we got Patty to watch Fall of the Cabal. And she's in it.
She's into it now.
Sorry, Patty, throw you under the bus to the feds. She's I don't know. What are we talking about? The world's ending. Masons are doing it. What's going on?
We don't know anymore, man.
No, I did think that there's some fishy stuff with it. And I think it's a clear case of divide and conquer. Just once again. Now everyone's like obsessed with looking up like court cases of like black people that had ARs and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? Like stop. You're buying into the whole narrative. You're becoming obsessed with the race because they want you to.
I'm just tired of hearing about it.
You know that there was a case the same day where a black dude got acquitted
In Florida.
He shot a cop.
I commented on a post with that.
And he won too.
And I said, but hold on, Florida's racist. And then Instagram took the comment down. They like flagged it. I was like, but I'm saying Florida's racist. Like, what do you mean? Like, why would you flag that?
Well, you're on the feds list, bro.
Yeah,
you
that's
can't.
probably why.
Jeez, man.
Jay's got to go hit the pee.
Yeah, I got to too. But
you got to both do it? Yeah. I got to do a solo.
Yeah, I've just been drinking this
ranting about
liquid death nonstop, man.
I feel you, dude. That was a wild little run we got onto there.
What do you mean?
That little push up conversation.
All this conversation, yeah. No, it's good. It's always good.
I know. I love it. I love it when it's like very just free and open. Doesn't matter which way we're going. Even that I'm having this conversation right now. I don't care if somebody's, listening in.
Like, well, we kind of want them to, though. It's like,
yeah, why not?
I feel like they're missing out if they're not. Everyone I show this podcast to, they're enjoying the vibe.
We don't have to keep talking about this podcast on this podcast. Yeah. We could play piano now if we really wanted.
What have you been working on? You've been working on any songs? Yeah, I wrote this one. Joik Bell.
That was the music break on Secret Hideout Podcast. I don't know, Zoe. What's up, man?
Not much, man. Just been, I've been training. When you guys going to get Joe on here?
Once he has his baby.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
settled down.
He's got some stuff going on.
About to be doing that.
Yeah.
Doing a whole father thing. Father thing number 2.
Yeah, one of these days we're going to have to do the same thing,
Yeah, how do you feel about that? You want kids?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But, you got to have the right situation. You can't just snap your fingers.
I think the situation will always happen.
Yeah.
I think it just happens. Well, you're out there waiting in the
room
I'm all creepy like.
Don't worry about it.
You're over there just looking at your phone and stuff, taking pictures of my laundry.
Yeah, I was taking a picture of your girlfriend's underwear.
Oh, I knew it, dude. I knew it.
Back there sniffing her panties.
Oh, man. You son of a bitch.
No, I was eating a chocolate.
I played piano for a couple seconds and might have went off the rails right there. I could tell Enzo had a lot of nervous energy. He had to pee real bad. And I didn't even know what to say, so I started playing the piano. That was what happened in my thoughts.
What about your pop culture?
Bread guy, get him, dude. Get him, man. Pop culture. I don't know. I really haven't watched. I watched the Tiger Woods documentary, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I want to bring up some interesting things about that, though. There's definitely some.
Is he a psyop?
He got taken over for sure.
Okay.
And he was like,
he was supposed to die.
I think he might have. Maybe if you want to go with your theories, you will definitely think he did. Okay.
Are you saying like after the accident? Or before?
Probably the accident. But you can see in this documentary of him, like his like progression into the hands of Satan.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
For sure. 100%. So it's good though.
Break it down. I'm not gonna watch it.
You should watch it. Maybe.
I'm not.
I'll clip it up. I'll clip some parts of it up for you.
All right.
But there's some things like where like his mentor golfer was like, it was actually his opponent. He was like, I called Satan that night and told him, I swear to God.
Who said this?
This golfer. He said, I called Satan and said, hey, I gotta win this tournament against Tiger. And he's like, Satan responded with, I'm already on the phone with him right now. And he's like, and then I knew it was over. And Tiger ended up winning, and then that was like the boost of his career. I swear to God, this is quoted.
Are you serious?
Yes, bro. I swear to God. I'll clip it up and I'll put it in here. But this Tiger Woods documentary, it was heavy. It was really heavy. But of course, I fell asleep in it. But
bro,
I always
every time,
always. But there's like, and you can tell he like starts, going to Vegas and getting introduced to call girls and getting into like dark sex culty life. It's crazy. And I swear to God that other golfer said, I called Satan. I got to beat Tiger Woods tomorrow. And
how do you
the
call
golfer
him?
says
Like, what?
He doesn't. I don't know if he
look this up. Then
got a phone number.
Look up golfer calling Satan, and then put Tiger Woods after it or some shit. Let's see if we can find this.
I don't know if
it's gonna be like Jim was like falling asleep and he's like, I called Steve.
Here you go, Rocco. Yeah. This is from brobible.com.
There's a video right
this
there.
One? Rocco Mediate.
Is that his name or is it?
Yeah, this is it.
Can you give us some audio for the crowd?
I'll put it in over. Put it off on the computer though, just so we can hear it.
I'm trying. How do you want me to do it?
Just play the audio actually through the computer.
How?
Like that.
Oh.
I can't beat him. I gotta have backup. So I called the devil. I said, Devil, listen, I need some help tomorrow. I gotta play this guy, and he's just the best. He goes, oh yeah, you're playing Tiger tomorrow, yeah? He goes, he's already with me. Had him since he was a kid. I went, son of a bitch. All right, thanks. Hung the phone up.
Bam.
And then what's it go into?
That's it.
Like, there's no context to this?
Well, yeah, he has to beat Tiger.
I know, but there's no context. Like, why did he... Like, what's his reasoning for
saying that he's had
story?
Tiger?
No, what's the reason for this broke off for being like, I called the devil?
I don't know.
He needed to win, dude.
Is it too obvious? You know what I mean? I don't know, but it's pretty obvious that he's like, he had him since he was a kid. That part. Like, what? And Tiger Woods was like famous as a baby, you know? Like he was on...
Was he?
Yeah, he was on television shows hitting golf balls and stuff like that when he was 2 years old.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look that shit up, Enzo.
I'm telling you.
Come on.
Okay. That's true, though.
Fucking... No, YouTube this shit. Just YouTube this. I want to see video of Tiger Woods, little baby. Little
Hitting
baby
golf
Woods.
balls.
Yeah.
Little baby Woods.
On, like, with, what the hell is that guy's name? Buddy Holly or some shit? I don't know.
Buddy Holly.
Here you go,
Buddy
at 2
Holly.
years old.
So right now, I'd like to meet Tiger Woods and his father, Earl Woods.
What show is he on? Since he was a baby.
Sullivan?
Since he was a baby.
Holy shit. That's fucking Tiger Woods?
Earl, how old is how old are you, Tiger? 2.
He could cut it.
2 years old?
Yeah, dude.
My kid was like, ball?
But I know, for real. Well,
My kid was like, ball?
well, and then
Your
they talk
kid wasn't
about-
promised to Moloch, that's
they
why.
talk exactly, and they talk about Tiger not being able to like speak, like in school. He had like trouble speaking to people,
He wasn't allowed to.
something like that. And he didn't. He was learning golf, I guess, to take over the world.
Oh,
But-
shit.
To be some sort of sacrifice or something. Documentary is actually sweet. It took me a long time to like actually sit down and watch it because I was like, this is gonna be stupid.
Kept falling asleep.
No, I did fall asleep when I watched it. It's long. It's like
Yeah,
4
yeah,
hours.
okay.
Was
But
that on Netflix?
HBO Max maybe.
HBO Max?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it pointing? Is like the documentary? What's the documentary like saying about Tiger? Like
It just
it's
goes
like, oh,
in-
he's the greatest. Like,
By no.
is it
It's pretty
shitting on
dark.
him or
A
is
little,
it?
I don't know. It's dark.
What's it called?
Tiger, I think. HBO Max. But it's awesome though. The way it breaks everything down, and it kind of goes into the scandal. It goes really heavy into the scandal.
Oh, it is HBO. Maybe I will watch it one day.
Yeah, because you don't really have to be about golf to
I like
dig
HBO.
it.
I like HBO documentaries.
Yeah, they do a good job too. But it's like when that speech though that we just played on here, isn't that fucking wild?
Yeah.
It sounded like I made it up before you didn't believe
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, is he after it? Is he like, and they just cut it there? Is he like, yeah, I'm just kidding? Like, that's just what it felt like.
Maybe, yeah, for sure. There could. I'm just saying, but 1 foot in, 1 foot out is Tiger Woods part of the cult. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's just it's such a blatant story that's just like, whoa, okay,
it's a wild accusation.
But maybe this shit's in your face all the time, right?
Yeah,
that's
what
it is.
Like the
that's what I'm
Travis Scott
saying. It is all
concert,
in your
like we
face all the
just
time.
saw
But that
it,
was that's so on the nose. So it's like,
I know, man. It's a heavy.
They try to hide that one at all. Like, did he screw up? Like,
yeah. For sure. You know what else we should talk about? Talk about documentaries is that the hockey documentary that we both watched.
Yeah.
What was that
Which
called?
Something in fuck. I forgot.
I know, I forgot too. It's
Penalties and something or
fuck, it was awesome though. It's about like this guy.
Type in Netflix hockey
doc. It's about this guy who runs a trash company in fucking
Danbury Trashers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not what it's called. It's called Crime and Penalties.
Yeah, Crime and Penalties. And he's like pretty much who they based Tony Soprano off of.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Watch this too. You got a lot of shit to watch.
Yeah,
then,
you
so.
do.
Are you taking notes on this? Are you taking notes on
Should be like writing down everything that I need to
you
watch.
watch?
Yeah.
You know,
This is Untold
Son of
Crime
Sam's.
and Penalties.
Crime and Penalties.
All right.
This is fucking awesome because
watch this one before the Son of Sam one.
Okay.
Just because this one's pretty short. It's like,
And this is sports podcast.
and it's Italian mafia and shit like that. And
All right, I'll check it
you're
out.
Italian and everything.
I am.
Boppity boopity.
Beep-a-da-bop-a-da.
What?
You can do that.
Yeah.
Well, you can still come with Italians.
Yeah, you can still come at
I worked
it.
for Italians.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They'll
you
never
did.
get mad if you come at them.
That was probably a front too.
They well, we're not gonna talk about that.
I'm just saying. It probably was.
Yeah, when I worked with them, I found out that the way like I could be late, like I would come in late like all the time because I was like younger and shit.
Yeah.
And like I came in work late all the time, and like I would never get like I never got like written up or anything, right?
Yeah.
I would just get humiliated.
What do you mean?
Like I would like show up late, like 15 minutes late, and then no one would say anything to me, and I'd be doing my work, but then I'd be like in the break room or something,
Yeah.
and there'd be a bunch of people, and then my boss would come in and like start just ragging on me in front of everybody.
Okay.
You know, like making fun of like my pants and shit because I was wearing tight pants.
Because you were late.
And stuff. No, like it wouldn't be about like late. He would just like make fun of me and shit. And I started figuring out like if I gave, because that's what he would do.
Yeah. So what did
like,
you figure out?
He would never be like, oh, you're doing this wrong. Like he would like, him and like everyone else would like talk shit to me. And I figured out once I start talking shit back.
Yeah.
Get that respect.
It was okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like you guys were on the same level?
Yeah. Like it became.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah.
does that make, I don't know.
Yeah. Like
is that like an Italian thing?
I don't know.
Huh?
I mean, I don't know.
For
I think
sure.
it is.
You think so?
Yeah, for
What do you
sure.
mean?
Especially in like that
You know, Enzo's
world.
really Italian over here.
I mean,
So is Joe.
Yeah.
everybody's
Different types of
different
Italian,
types
though.
of like
Yeah.
For real though, like that's more of like a Sicilian,
different kind of thing, yeah.
like,
It's a
southern
It was
thing.
Sicilian, yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
they're
I never experienced that, but I
yeah,
had
'cause
it.
you that
My family
pussy-
was
you that
different,
pussy
dude.
kind
I
of
guess so.
Italian.
Yeah.
You're the up northern,
Up
hiding
north
up in
ones,
the
you know.
woods and the mountains. Up
Yeah.
there,
He's like, what?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It's pretty up there.
hiding from probably like starting homesteads,
dope
getting
up
away
there, man.
from getting away from all the communism that was happening below.
Yeah.
You been there?
Bunch of times, man. Yeah, some of
You
the
been
best
from,
times
like,
of my life.
Is this where your family's from? That you've been?
Yeah, my family is up in northern Italy. Like I've gone and I'll visit them, or you just going up there feels good, man. It feels like how I'm supposed to feel. It's like think about like when you're a kid and like your grandparents, they're like old, like I don't know, your grandparents, like were they still kind of like German?
You met our
or-
grandma.
I can't remember, but
Yeah, you can. Remember?
I remember we used to go to the skate park by Berkeley.
and we'd always be like, Grandma, this is Enzo. He's gay.
No, you what?
Oh,
And Granny'd be like, I don't care.
I forgot
don't
about
care.
that.
I forgot about that shit too.
We probably suppressed it. This is probably
This is
bad. memory.
traumatic.
But you know
You
what?
did do that.
You left
Holy
me in
shit.
college, so
Yeah.
I can
Hey.
hit
You would.
you
We'd
with
be like,
this
he's
one.
gay.
Yeah.
I guess
But my granny'd be so sweet. She'd always just
She'd be like, "Oh, okay, you hungry?"
yeah, just get a Coke.
It's fucking traumatizing. Just get a Coke.
Yeah.
Just get a Coke.
I said that one time. She's like, "I like all your friends except that Enzo. You shouldn't hang around that boy."
He ain't godlike.
God, like,
Yeah, man.
No, but what were you saying about?
I was just gonna say, like, think about being in an area where it's like everything around you is like, for you guys, it would be like that old school, like German. You know what I mean? Whatever they pass down to you, but it would be just like it feels. Normal.
No, it's like when
that's how Jake feels in a Walmart.
Yeah, for sure. It was like,
oh my God, that was fucking hardcore, dude.
That's
true.
I'm about it, bro.
That's true. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
Every Sunday, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. Hey, whatever.
What, you think I work for nothing?
No.
That's how I feel inside of a
You
mall.
think I work for full time for nothing?
What do you mean?
I work for Walmart, dog. I go to Walmart.
Right on. Right on.
So I work
But I
them
thought you were
hours.
saying something about like.
I was.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he's calling me white trash. So it's okay.
Oh, all right. Just making sure I understood it.
No, it's like when our grandpa would make us go downstairs.
What do you mean?
Almost got spit take.
What do you mean?
Almost.
Yeah, our grandpa, they're Germans. You would go downstairs in the basement. And he put us in like these suits, tan suits and boots, and we'd do like these marches in the basement.
I don't remember
like the
what the
Heil
hands
symbol?
were doing, but I remember what the hands were doing. But
Yeah, we did like these waves with our hands and stuff.
Like
And
you guys-
we had to march like on a perfect line.
You did not have to do that.
that felt like home.
You did not have to do that.
That's what you're talking.
You guys like
about.
drinking, like eating like bratwurst and like drinking beer out of like steins and shit. No, come on. I just mean like like your
None of that shit. We didn't really do German shit. Like,
even your
there was
grandparents
no
or the
German-
oldest people.
Like our heritage was mostly like Tennessee.
Yes.
Interesting.
Like we were Tennessean.
It might just be because I was first generation then.
Like, other than the marching in the basement, like that's like the only thing.
He said it was American. I don't know. He's like, this is an American thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was never too like American flag.
No.
No.
Or he never
Just red.
spoke English.
Yeah. He yelled at us.
Yelled at us. It was aggressive sounding. Very gut roll. Very.
Yeah. No, that's not what
None of
happened.
that's true.
We would tell people that always because, like, we have our last name. It's German.
Gross.
No.
And
It's
so-
like the Smith in Germany though.
Is it?
It's popular.
But people would be like, "Oh, your last name's gross," and we'd be like, yeah, it's German, And then we get to know people, and
They call us Nazis.
we tell them, we're like, "Yeah, your grandpa never had you march in the
You guys never
basement.
did that?
Like, he was a war hero, wasn't he?"
That joke doesn't hit the same way now. I'm like, was Grandpa? Never mind.
Yeah. Now you're like, wait a minute.
What? Yeah.
Look in the grandpa a little bit.
Yeah, for real. Why do you have that Luger? It's a
No, we
German
never
pistol.
like. It was never like, "Oh, we're German."
Nah. Okay.
Never,
Okay.
like ever. It was always like, "This is what we did in Tennessee."
Right on.
Because our family lived in Tennessee, and then they moved here.
Okay.
On
So
our
American.
our dad's
But
side.
yeah, okay. So maybe if you guys go back
So
to Tennessee,
get the fuck out of here, bro. Why don't you
We
go
get the-
back? Why
Our
don't you go
grandma-
back?
like our grandma would make like
Yeah.
banana mayo sandwiches
okay.
with a little bit of sugar on
with a little
it.
bit of sugar
Okay.
on it. A piece of bread with mayo and banana
Yeah, I got you.
slices on it.
That's our cultural cuisine.
It's American South, right?
And Coke.
And Coke.
Coke.
Yeah.
Not cocaine. But
Yeah. What were we talking about? Why were we getting the?
You were telling everyone I was Italian or
I don't know.
something.
You told me to bring up pop culture, and I brought
Oh
up.
yeah, you gotta watch that crime. I was saying that you'd like it because
Yeah, it's
Mafia,
awesome.
so.
yeah, mafioso shit. In it.
Because we're obsessed with race.
Where is it in Italy where like the mafia is just, like fucking like rampant?
It's all over, but it's definitely like more
Where's the-
powerful in
where-
the South.
Yeah, but what's the place? Camorra? or
There's
something?
the Camorra. They're from Naples.
Oh, is that is the organization?
Yeah.
That's not a place.
No.
So Naples is. The
Yeah,
place.
Naples
Okay.
is one big spot. and
I
then-
watched a movie called Gomorrah.
Yeah, on Netflix. It was a show, right?
No, there was a show, but a long time ago, there was like a movie
Okay.
that like Scorsese like produced or something like that, and it's all subtitles. but it's pretty raw movie.
What's it called? Gomorrah?
Gomorrah.
Isn't Gomorrah
It's
have
about
some biblical
Naples.
stuff too?
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
Is that the
What
play?
happened there?
Or
Sodom and Gomorrah is where God sent down like fire and brimstone and killed the
Because
whole
this-
city because they were all like
they were
degenerates.
this. No, they were this.
Yeah, like where we live now.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It's like men becoming women, sex everywhere.
And was this in Italy where it happened?
No, this is like biblical times.
Okay.
Like
So
back
this
in
is
the
in the
Middle
Middle
East.
East?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gomorrah with the C
Ah.
is a type of mafia. Like,
What does that mean in Italian?
I honestly don't know.
No, it's Gomorrah, isn't it?
No, it's Camorra. See, the Camorra.
Yeah, but the movie I watched was Gomorrah.
Yeah, that's Gomorrah.
Movie.
Oh, move. This one.
Yeah, that one. No, 2008. Yeah, this one.
This one, okay.
What'd I say about fucking Wikipedia, dog?
I know, dog. Hold up. IMDb. There we go.
What is that? Why is that spelled that way?
Because that's Sodom and Gomorrah. That's just what it's called.
But
Oh,
is
is it a playoff of
Yeah, but-
Gomorrah?
Yeah,
Okay.
because Camorra is
You might
the
like this
Naples
too.
Mafia.
You know why you might like this movie? Because it's got like Italians in it.
Okay. I mean, I'm like not your stereotypical Italian. Like I don't watch like mafia stuff often. I think I've seen The Godfather,
Mamma
and that's it.
meatballs.
Mamma mia.
You're gonna love it.
No, but this movie was pretty good.
So I'm
If you do
confused
like
about the
mafia stuff.
Gomorrah and Gomorrah.
Gomorrah has nothing to do with the mafia.
Okay.
Camorra is the Naples mafia.
Does this movie have to do with the mafia?
Yes.
So they used the biblical
Yes.
name to do as like a pun?
Play on words.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
But basically, like this town, like this city in Italy, is it Sicilian?
Naples?
Yeah.
No, that's southern Italy. It's just south of Rome on the western side of Italy.
Sicily
Okay,
is an island.
Sicily's an island, right?
Yeah.
Off of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But so like they're not. What is that? Like, is that like?
What is
Is
what?
that still like Italian, Sicilian, or?
I mean, it is because modern day governments said that, hey, this is the outline of Italy. But like once you go back like more than 300-400 years, it was all these different kingdoms. That's why I was telling you guys, like all the Italian kings were actually Germans. Does that
Because northern Italy.
all the Italian kings were all Germans, because back in the day, it like the borders of Italy weren't the same that when we look on a map now. It was all these different kingdoms and different, you know what I'm saying? So when we think about even like Italians today, it's a bunch of different groups that were there. So southern, like in Sicily, it was like they were overrun by the Greeks, they were
Where's
overrun by
Sicily?
the
Is it-
Arabs.
Where's Sicily on the map?
We're about to take a look at it right now, bro.
This is actually Enzo's expertise.
This is like this is my shit, dude. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
He's
So my family's like from right here.
You bringing this up on the?
Yep. It's
Yeah.
That's where your family.
That's where my family's
Where's
from.
Joe's
right
family
here.
from?
Joe's family's from down here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or and some in Sicily, I believe. And then
That's Sicily then, or down
this
there.
is Sicily right here.
Okay.
And then the place where Naples is right here. That's where like Gomorrah take place. Is in this area.
Ah, okay.
Naples, yeah.
And
So there's different like mafias. Basically, there's like a Sicilian mafia, right? The Southern mafia in Italy. There's one in probably all of these different, provinces.
yeah.
And then,
But is like that movie is? I think it's like saying it's like Naples, like the fucking Naples is like the
yeah, it's like
it's like the Compton of fucking.
Italy. Yeah, it's dangerous if you you go there. You have to like kind of watch yourself, because it's even though yes, it's a first world country. Like when we would go there and stuff, we would get pulled over by cops and like you would bribe them with money. It's like weird, you know what I mean? Even though it's like a modern country, it still has those areas where it's like the Wild West.
Yeah. Oh, Pompeii. It's right there. Huh? That's where that's at. You ever been there?
I don't know, man. I've been
How much of Italy have you been on?
I've been all over this upper area here, like Milan, Bologna.
How big is like how far is that? Like
from here to here
here
is probably like a 4-hour drive, maybe.
okay.
You know,
Okay,
I mean, you can take a train from here to here in an hour. I know that, and I've gone from here basically to Rome.
What is that Bologna word?
Bologna? That's the
Bologna?
culinary capital. Yeah.
Okay.
Culinary capital.
I don't know nothing about Italy, no.
Bro, it's a great place, man. You guys should go. What I was gonna say is, if you ever go to Germany, it would be cool to go to Germany for Oktoberfest. But
Now show me the relation to Italy and Germany real quick.
all right,
on
hold
that
up, hold up, hold up.
How close is Germany to
Very
Italy?
close. Oop, I'll just go to like the map here. What am I doing, bro?
This is a geography major.
Yeah.
Economical geography.
All right, here we go. So
Everyone needs one of them on their team. For real, though.
researchers. All right, so you see this area right here, all this area,
So we're
like
gonna list
Austria
all the
and
listeners.
Liechtenstein.
Yeah.
This used to be like all part of Greater Germany before like World War One.
Okay.
So all these people are like on the border. Even this area here, Bolzano.
And pull out a little
Now
bit.
wait a minute. Now fucking are Romans Italian?
I mean, they are, but in
But not.
reality, what Romans are just like. So this Asha Logos guy brings this up. Like, they're basically like just one branch of the Greeks, right? The Germans, the Celtic people that went over to like Ireland and Britain. Like, these are all just different like lines, but essentially they come from the same like root, basically. You know, so even though like Romans, when they were in fucking Rome back then, right?
Yeah.
There was a group of people that lived there, but the barbarians and the German tribes all came and invaded, right? And so they intermixed.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I don't know. So it's pretty close. Like all of northern Italy, especially, like people usually speak like most of the people that live up here are speaking German. You
So
know?
that's all Italy up there?
Yeah, this is all Italy up to here, right? And so Germany is just this huge mass, and there were a ton of Germans that lived down here.
Okay. Yeah, we got pretty we got
Yeah, there
History
you
Channel
go.
on this bitch.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah,
We just-
little lesson.
That's crazy, though.
Even though they probably took all my information and are inventing bioweapons to like kill me with, I did enjoy 23andme.com and those DNA tests, those websites.
Oh, you did it?
I did 2 of them, yeah. So
Did it tell you what you wanted to hear?
it actually told me a lot of interesting shit. It told me like what I liked mostly about it was that it told me where my family came from, like beyond like 500 years ago.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Someone pointed out how you don't see those ads anywhere anymore.
The 23andMe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really don't.
Ever since the pandemic started.
Yeah, I heard that the Chinese government was like buying the data and stuff like that.
Like all of a sudden they're just gone. Because I remember them being everywhere. Because I used to be like, oh, this sounds interesting. But then I was like, nah, they're gonna clone me.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Like create bioweapons to target.
But I remember
specifically.
seeing it so often that I was like, damn, this does sound really interesting. Like I do want to know my
It
ancestry
was like
and
it
shit
was
like
like
that.
fucking drug commercials.
I want to know my family tree.
Dude, yeah, it's good to know that, man.
I don't really care where we're from, but I want to know like my actual like ancestry,
Yeah, I feel you.
our last name and shit.
Mhm.
Type shit.
Some cool shit, man. I recommend it, even though
One of my aunts did like a deep dive on my mom's side, and
Yeah.
she has like a huge like tree going all the way back to like the 1700s or something, or 1800s.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'd actually like to take a look at that.
it's just good to know like where you come from, you know. And that was another thing, like
France.
France. Well, yeah, yeah.
I'm from France.
There's actually a war movie out, a World War I movie. I don't know if it's out or if it's coming out. I think it's coming out.
What's
it
it
looks
called?
kind of interesting. The War Underneath, or the Underground War.
War Underground.
The War Underneath film. The War Below. That one. Nope. The War Below, maybe? Is that the one? It looks pretty interesting. Yeah, 2021. Does this come out? So basically, it's about the... Go up. I want to see. Is it the French...
British
okay,
miners.
it's British miners. Basically, they're trying to... They need they discover that they need to dig these tunnels to all these German bunkers, and so they hire miners, like actual miners, not soldiers, like miners, to go and dig these tunnels that will take them to these underground bunkers that the Germans have made. And so that's what it's about. It's about the dudes, these miners digging these tunnels, and about how they had to like stay quiet and shit like that, and like tunnels would collapse, and it looks pretty cool. It looks like a good movie, because I don't know if you fuck with war movies or not.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
The last, I like that it's World War One, because I was talking about how there's not enough World War One movies. And the last one that I watched was garbage.
Something.
Yeah.
Click that director's name real quick.
1917.
J.P. Watts.
But I don't know if this is like, this might be this
bit.
guy's like only movie. Oh, okay. This might be a. I don't know. The trailer looked alright with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd definitely be down to check it out. I like war movies for sure.
Enzo, what do you feel about dinosaurs, bro?
I don't honestly think about them that much, to be totally honest with you.
How do you feel about dinosaurs? Were you a dinosaur fan?
I was, yeah. Growing up, I used to like them. I wanted to be an archaeologist when I was little.
You were a dinosaur fan as a kid, Jim.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to be a paleontologist.
Yeah, didn't every boy want to do that at some point?
Alan Grant, man.
Who's that?
Fucking Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay.
I think there's every kid wanted to do
Every
that,
kid
bro.
wanted to be that shit, yeah.
You know? Every kid wanted to either dig up fucking dinosaur bones or like go in an Egyptian tomb.
Somewhere in there, I was like, I want to be a weatherman. I did.
Really?
Yeah, that was a real gay phase.
That's a real kid.
Touche.
So tell me about dinosaurs.
How did you feel about them, man? Do you ever think about them anymore?
Not really.
Did you know that there's not a single real skeleton out there?
I didn't know that.
You can look it up too.
Man, it's more of this fucking deleted history bullshit.
Apparently,
dude.
I haven't looked into this. Look, so Owen Benjamin spits about this shit a lot.
Okay.
He says, and I've never looked into it. He says that if you look it up, they've never found they don't even have a real skull.
A real skull?
Yeah, or there's like a limited amount of them. Like type in like how many dinosaur skulls. Not complete dinosaurs. The Smithsonian. They admit that they don't use like all the dinosaur bones on display aren't real.
Yeah.
Because A, they don't have a complete skeleton.
Oh, okay.
And B, that the bones would be like radioactive or some shit.
Yeah, there's some bullshit reason.
I don't even know what to believe anymore. I mean,
well, you just kind of believe, just look into everything you do believe is really what the point is.
well, even innocuous things like this, like I don't care about dinosaurs so much that I'm going to go and look them up that much, but if there's some like weird
Well, you're a man of
history.
faith, bro. What do you think about dinosaurs in the terms of in the outlook of God? Did God create dinosaurs before he created humans?
Well, I don't think that's the important question. I think the important question is the story of Genesis to be taken 100% literal in the way that we read it?
Are they in there?
Dinosaurs? I don't think so. So, Adam and Eve, is that is that metaphorical or is it literal? I mean, it's hard to say exactly, and just because something's not in the Bible, like, does that mean there couldn't be any dinosaurs? I really don't know.
Yeah, I mean, is it too? It's metaphorical.
Isn't that like reducing it down to this simple thing?
Metaphorical. The whole thing is like.
Well, I mean, even if you're not willing to say the whole thing, but are there portions of it that are? It's not that they're. It's like there's people written about in the Bible, but it doesn't go and describe every day like, oh, this person woke up, they brushed their teeth that day, and then they tied their shoe and stumbled. Like,
it's not a reality show.
There's significant things that went on, but that's simplifying it to like saying this is all that happened. Like when we say, okay, God
So apparently, if you Google it, there says that there's only about 3,000 so-called full dinosaur specimens, completed or near complete skeletons.
Okay. So what do you think about that? That there should be more?
Well,
yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's supposed to be like millions of these things, right? Like,
well, you would think there'd be more evidence of, or I guess evidence of like monkeys evolving into human beings.
yes, exactly. We've had this talk on here before about that whole gap is missing.
But cataclysms do occur.
Probably, yeah. They probably have.
So in those cataclysms, the argument is like, did it just completely wipe the earth clean of species?
But then there would still, that doesn't make any sense still, because there's still monkeys and there's still humans.
You would have
there should still be like, why did the middle get wiped out, but the ones before the monkeys didn't get wiped out? Why is there still monkeys then?
Because I think
the monkeys should have got wiped out the same cataclysmic
event. You mean
that, like,
not if they're geographically in a different place.
Well, they can't be in a different place if they evolved from there. If humans evolved for them, they would have to be in the same place.
Yeah, but in the shape of things, of looking at like Pangea and shit, like everything was in completely different places at this time.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go with coincidence, it's a coincidence that there's still millions of monkeys and no middle humans except Lucy.
Yeah, you would think there would just be more in between.
We should have found at least a mass grave somewhere.
Like when you see like a
person that looks like a Neanderthal.
When you see a gorilla, like aren't you like, that's kind of like a person? Like I see it, like that's
but a cat's kind of like a tiger.
Well, 100%.
But it's not a cat. It's not a house cat. Like,
so what's the thing then? We're saying that like,
but that's because of like how its bones were created and it was made smaller for different hunting, and that's where the evolution would come in. That's where the whole idea
so
comes
even
in.
if we go with that,
so there are still like
there's evidence of it.
There's probably monkeys before so you're thinking of monkeys being, or like primates, for example, like chimpanzees being the first of it, but that's not the truth. Like there was millions and millions of those too.
Are we thinking it's more like everyone was on Pangea and there were different quote unquote tribes of different species of primate, and then some cataclysmic events wiped out complete tribes, and that's why we don't have them anymore? But then I would still say, wouldn't we have the bodies?
They completely wiped them out all across the world.
Yeah, but they could be in the bottom of the ocean.
True.
They could be in the bottom of the ocean.
That's true.
Because they were in the middle of they were hit by the asteroid.
Between
so
layers
let's say the asteroid hit right there.
So how did we come then? If they all fucking died, how did we turn out to be in the billions? How did we evolve into billions of us if they all are in the bottom of the ocean?
Well, I mean, because that's the time that you're looking, like time is like way, like it's crunched. Like we've only been here for a speck of it. So like that evolution is still happening. If something came and wiped out like North America, like the way that the whole earth would shape from there would be completely different from whatever's left.
Yeah, but there would still be evidence of. There would still be
evidence
left,
of the people.
There would still be current
you wouldn't be able
humans.
to find it for millions of years.
Why not? There would
because
still be current.
The whole landscape, the whole world shifted. Like everything was different.
Like a true cataclysmic event.
I'm talking like fucking glaciers,
an asteroid hitting,
whatever, glaciers sliding across the whole North American, carving fucking mountains. Like we could be deep embedded into the whole world where that is.
Yeah, but that would take us all out.
You won't be able to. Not all of us.
So how would we evolve?
Well, whoever was left would evolve from there. Like those people.
So where are they? Where are the people that were left?
They're the Earth.
People
where's
their
the
bones
evidence?
Turned into the rocks and the everything like that.
They're like deep under, and
there's no evidence of that though.
Because there can't be, because it created it. It's all like. It's all, you couldn't have it. It's like you would think that it was fucking quartz or something. You call it that, but that's actually really old, ancient human bones.
Like a tooth.
Yeah. It's just like ground into oblivion. It took thousands and millions of years for people to even go back to that place, because now that place was completely submerged. You know what I mean? Like that's where the whole evolution.
Not really. I don't know. I just don't see why there wouldn't be
think
more
of it,
evidence.
I think of
there
it,
should be like a mass grave somewhere. Like if there's like a grave of a Neanderthal and they're like, oh, we found like 4 Neanderthal graves. It's like, okay, well then there should be like
500.
There should be like a burial ground somewhere.
I think
with
they're
like
walking
500.
amongst us.
The descendants.
Yeah, I think they're walking amongst us. Like they're the thing is the idea of that we think that they're all gone is the stupid idea. They're not gone. They're still here. And we're just subcategorizing all of the fucking
Different tribes.
the different kinds, but they're all here still. Like if you really broke it down and you started microscopically looking at all of our bones, I'm sure they're different. And then if people were to look at them in millions of years, they'd be like, oh, that these people who were whatever, like they lived in the northern hemisphere and their bone density grew differently, and there was an Arnold Schwarzenegger and a fucking Danny DeVito body laying right next to each other. They'd be like, oh, these are 2 different tribes. Like this is 2 different tribes. That's how they would categorize it. But the fact of the matter
we're talking like that's like
they're here.
That's like adaptation, though. That's not like evolution.
Sure, whatever you want to call it.
I'm talking about going from a monkey.
But that's
saying
that's
that we
because
we
that's
came from a monkey,
oversimplifying the idea of it. That's making a definite like binary 0 to 1.
Yeah, but that's what I'm taught.
But I know.
When
but
I take it,
that's because the idea
anthropology
of
class, I'm taught that it's fucking. I came from fucking an ape.
A type of ape.
But I'm saying there's really no proof that we came from an ape.
I'd associate it by just looking at behaviors.
You know that
don't you just look at behaviors of like primates and you're like, wow, that's kind of like us.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that we came from them.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean that we didn't either.
Alex Jones says that we're actually closer to pigs and rats than we are primates, dude. Isn't that weird?
There's facts to that too.
And what about pigs, so now let's go into dinosaurs, like dinosaurs. So like we're talking about evolution, like what? So we're talking about how evolution works, and you're saying that we go from monkeys act like us, but we're like a better version of like a monkey.
Better semantical.
Well, sure, we're able to build societies and shit like that, and buildings and stuff like that.
And it's completely.
We're far more advanced.
I think this may come into the animals being smarter than us thing. Yeah. I think that this is
how the argument started back then, guys.
I think
we are able to make our lives easier if we want. So what about where did evolution go wrong with dinosaurs then?
It's not necessarily
like
wrong,
think about what they say about dinosaurs. What did they evolve into?
Komodo dragons.
What did they evolve into?
Shit, right?
Birds, Komodo dragons. So they de-evolved.
No, they just changed their size and stuff.
Yeah, de-evolved.
Sure.
They de-evolved. They went from like super predators to whatever they are now.
Super predators.
Or only the ones that could, or the world changed, their environment changed, and only the smaller ones and ones that could fly were the ones that survived.
Yes, I think that I see it like that, and that's just not like, yeah, it's dumb to say like, oh, monkey and then human. Where are all the bones? I'm like, they're all here still. Like they're all over. They're walking. Everyone's walking with you with a little Neanderthal and with a little whatever the Lucy was,
Homo erectus and
like,
Homo.
They're all still
sapien.
here. Like they're here. They're just we don't like find their bones in mountains.
I don't believe it. I don't buy into it.
So you what do you think then?
I'm a creationist.
Okay. I mean, I am too, but
I think I think I am too,
but I don't get like why that.
I just think the timeline is just all jacked up. I think how we look at.
I think science is jacked up. I think science is a lie.
And history,
we're being lied to about our history and our science and shit like that. So,
but like the idea of having science is not a lie. Like that's what we're doing when we're constantly questioning everything. Like we're like running scientific processes.
Yeah, but what we're taught is the what is a hold of our science is corrupt and evil, and I think that like evolution is just another ploy along with space and everything like that to take you away from a creator. Because it takes it away from a creator. It says, "Oh,
intelligent design.
Evolution is part of the Big Bang. It snapped, and we just happen to be this perfect rock." The perfect amount away from the sun that created life, and that life kept evolving, and now that's how we got here.
And there's nowhere else in the whole universe that we know of that
And
does
so
this.
you're a random event. You're a coincidence. Therefore, you're meaningless. You have no meaning. And I think that's what evolution.
Extreme meeting. Like,
No, that's what the mainstream ideology is behind the Big Bang Theory.
true. I think that's where they go
is
wrong.
that we're a speck of
saying-
dust traveling through space. You know,
Yeah, and
we're random. Takes away from a creator.
Yeah.
for sure,
Deletes it.
kind of. Unless you are like, well, who created that? And then you're looking for the.
Well, that's
then you're
what they're saying.
constantly- Science is just continuously looking for the creator. Like they're just always searching for the creator. And I think that
But their motto is that there is no creator. It was a random event.
That's how they language it to use it for poor and use it for evil. Is they talk about it like you are nothing, but that's not the truth. Like what's really the fact is someone is really searching to see if we are a simulation, to see if we are, divine beings.
Well, yeah, people outside of the norm are doing that. Outside of the box that they're putting us in, that people that think outside of that are doing that. But their box, which is the control and censorship, is
Demoralization.
teaching us you came from an ape.
Yeah, it's demoralization.
And that's it. There's nothing. There's no arguing that. You came from an ape, and that's what it is. You didn't come from a god. You didn't come from anything like this. You evolved from an ape. Somehow.
Yeah.
I just plays into
Yeah, for sure.
Nihilism.
But I'm like
the same with medicine.
who's
You
the
look
god
at the
that
Rockefeller.
who's the god that made it, though? You know what I mean? That's what I'm.
Well, they don't want you to know that. They don't want
Exactly.
that.
I know. That's
you
why
know?
they.
That's why you have this show,
You talk about it like.
This show?
and you're gonna get killed for it. Okay.
Hopefully, it's quick though. Like a lethal injection or something.
No, bro. No,
They're gonna put you up against the wall, and they're gonna say, "What do you believe in, Jim?
So whatever
Do you
want,
believe in
dog.
evolution, or do
Yeah.
you believe in creation?"
You guys need some
And
content.
you're gonna turn around. You think you're be all smug and everything. You're gonna be like, "No, animals are smarter than humans," and they're gonna blow your fucking head off. Okay?
Yeah, and I prove my point.
He knows too much.
Get rid of him.
I feel you. He's questioning.
No,
it.
you can't let him take you away to the gulag. Once you've done that, it's over.
Yeah, they'll take you there on secret.
They'll take you there,
They
and then
get you.
you won't have a way to.
They get you there on that. They make you make your gulag now.
What do you
That's
mean?
what they make you do.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know, dude. I saw in Australia they're taking people to camps.
They're just making camps.
No,
Did you see that?
If you look into like Agenda 2030, like
Yeah.
that's what like Jim is kind of talking about. Like,
What do you mean?
It is making your own. Like they want everybody. The whole plan of 2030 is to get everybody into these big cities, right? They want like these mega cities where everybody lives, and they want you in like a small apartment pod place plugged into your metaverse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like living in a small thing. You don't own anything.
Yeah.
You know the whole you'll
happy.
own like you'll own nothing and you'll be happy.
yeah.
You know that whole ideology, like that is the gulag. Like,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be. They don't have to force you. They're not gonna force you into it. You're gonna go willingly.
Yeah, it's not going to be so
Into the
romantic. It's not going to be so put the people against the wall, line them up, and shoot them dead.
You don't think
it's
so?
Like, no, there's so much.
No, they tried that already. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're
They
going to
tried that
way,
approach
but-
already. You know,
Yeah.
they're all trying. Like like we said, the communists won, right?
Yeah.
But they got to do things differently. They tried against the wall already. It was too abrupt.
Just put them in World of Warcraft and
But yeah,
They'll be fine.
we gotta make them. It's like the Matrix, bro. They put the people in a perfect utopia. Like it didn't work, didn't hold. All right, so you gotta give them choice. You gotta let. They had the second Matrix. They finally figured out that the Matrix worked good when they gave humans choice.
So they have to like willingly go into it.
They gave humans the idea that they think they have choice.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's when the Matrix worked for them. It's the same
Same
concept,
kind of concept.
you know. they figured out putting people against the walls and shooting them. Like people got mad
It's too
about that
much.
and revolted. You know, so let's make them come to it on their own.
Yeah. But what do you? Okay. I mean, then at the end of the day, then I question what the vaccines are, because
you want this to be pulled off YouTube.
Damn, man. So all right, you got Jim.
All right, what
saying
should I say?
homophobic
Well,
slurs.
let's call it a
I'm
different.
making fun of Italians over here.
Let's call it a different thing. The cheeseburgers, like, are they? Is that what the eventual putting them up against the wall actually is, or what's the purpose of them? Are they just simply a money-making endeavor?
What, cheeseburgers?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's over now. You
already said it. But like, what's the object there? You know,
Keep
is
people
that
sick.
just part of the
Keep people
being
sick.
in a
People-
pod and having your immune system on
dumbing down
subscription?
society, keeping people sick, dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Even if
That's
it's
what it's
fucking
about.
insulin.
Or is it a
even if it's just-
depopulation thing, dude?
Could be that.
that too.
Could be that.
Yeah.
You
They're
know?
already doing that so many ways, though. Like, the depopulation thing's already, it's already, like, that ball's rolling.
Yeah, I know.
What kind of pisses me off about this, like, so many people have their eyes open to like the CV, right? The little booster thing, and so many people have their eyes open to it and are like, "Oh, I don't trust this," and blah 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 blah. And it's like, you're almost there. Keep going with those, okay?
Yeah.
Because it's been happening before this one came out.
Yeah.
All right, and you've been doing it with your kids before this one came out.
Yeah.
Keep digging.
The same evil
Keep
people.
fucking digging, because it's made by the same people that made all the other ones. So if you don't trust this one, start looking into the other ones. See how much you trust in those.
How do you get someone to make an association to something? You know, like, how do you get someone to just say, like, well, if they did it this time, they can probably easily do it this time.
But it's
you know?
hard. It's hard with that. It's hard. Most, like, 99% of cheeseburger eaters out there, like 99% of non-cheeseburger eaters out there, came to that conclusion because they witnessed it firsthand.
Yeah.
They witnessed the side effects of a cheeseburger.
Of eating a cheeseburger. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
It's kind of like
that's what it took to open eyes.
Kind of like how I told you when I went to the doctor and they were like, eat this cheeseburger, and I was just like, all right. And then I was like, hold on, what type of cheeseburger is this?
What's in this thing?
Yeah, I was like, what's in it? And then they told me, and I was like, no, I don't want that cheeseburger. I'm all right. I'm done. I'm good. And they were like, no,
Yeah, they're
eat this cheeseburger.
They're dead serious about it, man.
And I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is freaking me out. I want to leave now. So, but and you wouldn't know until you see something like that or something like that firsthand thing. I think is a tough pill to swallow too, because it's like, why do you want to wait till the cheeseburger hurts you until you're ready to believe that it is harmful? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's another thing on it. It just goes to show like how hooked they have us, how brainwashed they have all of us. When you look into medicine and where medicine, like Western medicine comes from, and like how it's not that old. Western medicine isn't very old, and it's connected to Rockefellers and how they changed the institution and they decided what goes into it and took out holistic medicine, because they wanted to make money off of oil-based medicine. And so they changed the game on it. But we're all so brainwashed that we're all brainwashed to it and have so much trust in it that that's what it takes for us to look at cheeseburgers is witnessing something bad happening.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
and then when you try to speak out about it, you're labeled as crazy and stupid, even though you witnessed something.
And the other funny thing is it doesn't even have to be a cheeseburger. Like, all you have to have is someone who's like in your family who maybe had a problem with like opiates, or some other aspect.
Yeah, of course.
Of some other aspect of pharmaceuticals that are like not good for you.
You ever heard the story of like OxyContin?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
like,
so if you just take that and make the association and just say like,
I know it's
so
right
weird,
there.
yeah.
It's right
Did
there.
you ever hear the story of OxyContin though? About
I don't
how,
even know it.
They had when they first came out with OxyContin, which I think was in like the early '90s, maybe the late '90s. Like they had this campaign going on where like they had the first users. There's like 7 or 8 users of it. They like had them like on these like commercials and doing like these campaigns about how it's like helped them so tremendously, and like all 8 of them developed this fucking like crippling addiction to it, and it ruined their lives.
Yeah,
like all 8 of these people that they used.
Yeah,
they're like, cool, FDA approved.
I know exactly. FDA approved, man.
That was perfect.
And
That
it
was
like
so
this
awesome.
campaign, but this campaign fucking launched it, bro. It launched OxyContin out there, and just like everybody was like a miracle drug. 'Cause that's what they made it. They made it this miracle drug. Because like in a sense, it kind of was. You know, it fucking helped people.
It works in
because it
extreme
can help you.
situations.
It can help you
And
tremendously,
and it feels
you know?
good like at first too. Like,
You know,
it definitely it feels good. That's why I was telling you earlier about the cheeseburger. I was like, if they made that
Have a buzz.
cheeseburger like do something like beneficial or even whatever altering in any sense.
we're saying cheeseburger. Like
everyone
next
would
episode, we're just
eat
gonna be
this
saying
cheeseburger.
it freely.
I know, but I think the cheeseburger code is fine.
It is kind
Yeah,
of
so
funny.
maybe we'll stick with that.
It's kind of fun, yeah.
Just in case.
I
But
like that.
yeah, with that, Jim, why don't you tell everyone where they can find us?
Check us out. Make sure you don't eat your cheeseburgers. And check us out on Secret Hideout Podcast on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Let us know of some crazy things or some truths that you be seeing.
Would dinosaurs eat cheeseburgers, bro?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Maybe, I don't know. Dinosaurs are fucking fake, so never gonna find out. And with that, don't listen to a word we say because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. And always do your own research. And we will catch you on the flip side.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.